So have you ever wondered why this film was called Army of Darkness and not Evil Dead 3? It's October 21st and welcome to another episode of 31 Days with tofer.A. And today's trivia is going to be very difficult. So the third entry in the Evil Dead franchise, called Army of Darkness. But why was it called Army of Darkness? And there was always lots of rumors, but it turns out only one of them is actually true. The first of which being the movie was originally titled Evil Dead 3 Army of Darkness, and Universal Pictures, who produced this film, decided it was going to be too confusing, and they wanted people to be able to comprehend this movie even if they hadn't seen any other film in the franchise. So instead of calling it Evil Dead 3, they would call it Army of Darkness, and it would stand on its own. And this was the theory for a long time, and even though the working title was Evil Dead 3 Army of Darkness, this actually isn't correct. Now the second rumor is one that I absolutely used to love, and that was the original title of this film was going to be Medieval Dead, because, you know, if you've seen the movie, they go back to medieval times and it's a sequel to Evil Dead 2. It's actually a genius title. This should have been called Medieval Dead. Turns out that's not true either. The real reason this movie is called Army of Darkness and not Evil Dead 3 is pretty simple. It's Universal Studios, and Universal does not own, or didn't own at the time, the rights to Evil Dead. Neither did Sam Raimi. So as it turns out, back in 1992, they couldn't call it Evil Dead 3, even if they wanted to. Although I'd like to think that the other two explanations probably played a part in the title changing as well. And now on to the promo code trivia, which is very difficult. Sam Raimi's original cut of this film was rated NC-17, and that was not gonna fly with Universal Studios. So Universal actually hired some outside editors to come in and chop the film down to, I think, under 80 minutes, which chopped the original ending of this film off. And in order to know this promo code, you're gonna have to have seen the original ending of this film, which can be seen on this version, the Screwhead edition and the Boomstick edition, and like all the other editions that have come out. But in the original ending, Ash barricades himself and his car in a cave, and he takes drops of a sleeping potion that is supposed to make him fall asleep until the future that he was living in. And if you've seen this ending, you know, in traditional Ash fashion, he totally boofs it. And he takes one too many drops and sleeps all the way into the post-apocalyptic future. But the question is, how many drops of that potion was he supposed to take? If you know that number, then you have today's very short but difficult promo code.